Hello everyone, and JDU is reporting. Today we're playing Bloxburg and it's finally a spooky season, which means Halloween is going to come soon. Which is bad, because I'm not prepared. And today, Bloxburg finally got autumn. Well, it was 10 days ago. I'm playing on this account. This account is 9 years old, right? And since I first played Bloxburg, I got no passes, which is embarrassing, of course. Yeah, the reason is that we're going to do a challenge. We're going to build a house in autumn, very cozy Halloween vibes house. We are on budget with 100k, and also having no passes. Well, this is also a little fountain I built with pumpkins. I also bought on this Halloween festival that is like nearby the town. And those are so cute. I also have some Halloween decorations from 2017 to be exact. And those are... No, I don't. Oh my god. So, I need to look up for a very beautiful... Well, I did found a house I want to build. And I think it's going to be a little hard, but I love building so much. I think I'm very good at building, so it's not going to be a problem. This video is going to be interesting because I am personally going to read you some spooky stories when I build, and you're going to listen and you're going to watch me build my cozy autumn house. Yeah, that's going to be very fun. Yeah, I'm going to do a voiceover on when I'm going to edit that video, so I'm not going to tell you stories right now because I don't know any. I'm going to show you the picture of the house I want to build, so you're going to see my idea, my vision, my little something. It's raining. Oh my god, I love the rain. Look, right? Am I called out? Whatever. Okay, you guys, I'm finally here. I was building for so long yesterday. It took 2 hours. I was so tired. You'd see me being so tired later. And yeah, now I am going to read you some stories I found on the internet. Well, first story is called Too Cold by Yael Cohen. Okay. I know that what I'm about to tell you sounds like a classic spooky story trope, but it truly happened, and this day my husband and I still can figure out what we saw that night. Late one freezing cold February night, some 25 years ago, we were coming home from visiting friends. The fact that it was so cold is important. It was about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and the cold was biting. We were on the last mile to our house, and it was around midnight. We took a left off the old state highway onto a narrow half-mile-long road that winds past the tidal marsh. The first tenth of a mile of that road is creepy even in broad daylight because of the stillness and the hush and the trees hanging overhead either side. Okay, I need to be more creepy. At this time, a developer had built homes along the second half of this road, and that's where you hit the first street light as the road begins to climb. Prior to that point, the road is pitch black and you need to put your hot beams on. Just as we emerge from the dark and reach the first street light, we see her. Up ahead of us, walking in the same direction we are driving, is a woman strolling slowly up to the left-hand side of the road, lit up by our headlights. Her back is to us as she climbs the hill. Her long blonde hair flows down her back, and she's wearing the finest dress of nightgown that you can see the shape of her body through in the headlights. No winter coat or hat. And this is what chills me to the bone. She's barefoot. She is strolling up the street as leisurely as if it were a warm July night. My husband, who was driving, turns and looked at me with shock on his face. And we just kept driving. Neither of us looks over our shoulder back at her as we pass her. We are irrationally afraid too. What if she isn't then when we look back? When we got home just 2 minutes later, we raced into the house, turned out all the lights, and talked about what we had seen. We tossed around every rational explanation we could think of. She was sleepwalking, she was mentally ill, she had an inability to experience cold or pain. But where had she come from? The direction she was walking from was either the old state highway or the tidal marsh. We debated whether to call the police, but what would we have said? It will sound ridiculously impossible. A woman in a thin cotton gown walking barefoot on a freezing winter night? Well, I think it is possible, really. I think it is. If you're like, if you're like a little crazy, or if you're like spiritual, you can like go, and if someone's going to see you, like they're going to creep out. Of course, it is possible. It is like she wasn't flying, like, or anything. The next night, which was just as cold, out of curiosity, I conducted an experiment. I took off my shoes and socks and attempted to go for a leisurely stroll on our driveway. After just a few steps, I found that it wasn't humanly possible to. Whoa. So who or what did we see? That's a little story, but I think it is good for like usual people that don't like pay much attention to spiritual or crazy scary stuff. I think that this woman, I think it might be a ghost. It might be. But it also might be just a real human being trying to scare them. There is always an explanation, but we just don't know what happened. That's all. We were just told. We did not see anything for ourselves. Okay, you guys, creepy music is playing in the background, so I'm going to turn it off a little bit. So, the next story is called The Mustang by Toddy Lou. My partner and I were watching a friend's old house and his dock in upstate New York while he was out of the country for work. The house is old, early 18s, and huge and beautiful, but a bit creepy. But we need to get out of the city, so we jumped at the Kashik jig, right? We rented a car and we were headed out from the city. Our friend has left earlier that day. The dogs were in the house. I'd been driving the most of the way, but my partner took over once I got sleepy. They were driving us on a dark, narrow mountain road in the Catskills. The road on the right side of us is a small ditch and quickly rises back up into the side of a mountain. The road on the left side of us is right on down the mountain, pretty much a straight drop. Our turn is coming up. We were the only car on the road and have been for almost an hour. My partner puts the turn signal on, and we are turning. Then we suddenly hear the revving engine sound behind us, and the sports car, like a 90s Mustang or something, going probably 100 meters per hour. Oh my god, what was that? Zooms up next to us and swerves to the left to overtake us and make the turn before we do. My partner jerks the wheel to the right at the last second and slammed on the brakes, and we veered off and managed to stop with one tire crooked into the ditch, inches from crashing into the side of a mountain on the right side. The other driver truly T-boned the driver's sides of our car. We will have gone straight into the side of a mountain. While we're catching our breath, police lights and sirens screech out behind us and past us, chasing after the driver. We sat there in the car for a few minutes, just staring and breathing, talking each other down from how close we'd been to a fatal accident. We had both felt the rush of wind speed coming off that car. What would have been the impact force of it hitting us? Hate cops, but we hope the cop will catch them down the road, because we'd never seen or felt someone driving that crazy. After we cooled down, we scooted back on the road, driving the last few miles towards our friend's house, and as we're going, a second cop car flies by, and then a third. Whoa. We're thinking, holy shit, what is this? We're about a half mile from our friend's house when we see all three cops' cars have pulled someone over. Great. They got him. But when we approached, we saw it was a giant pickup truck, not the Mustang that had nearly killed us. We slowed down and passed on the left. The driver of the truck looked really freaked out. We're staring at him because we're thinking, how could they mistake a truck for that Mustang? They got the wrong guy. There was a sound that at first I thought must be an alarm system, but once I fully woke up, I realized it was an owl, and it was coming from everywhere. Whoa. We went a bit further and we are approaching our friend's house up the road on the right, and I was looking up the directions our friend sent. Pull halfway into the driveway, get up and open the gate, get to see. So we slowed down to open the gate and turned into the driveway, and just as we slowed down to pull in on the other side of the road parked, we saw the Mustang. It was sitting right in front of our friend's house on the road, which with the door open, and there was a person in it. I panicked and barked at my partner not to slow down to keep driving because for a second I had this thought, don't let him see you go in this house. But we were already turning into the driveway, and I had to step out of the car and throw the gate open, and I kept telling myself, don't look at him, don't look, but I did, and he was looking right at me from the inside the lead car. I cannot tell how much about he looked like. White guy, middle age maybe, but his expression, it was this blank star of determination. Like he could not see me fully, but right before I turned away, I thought he gave me a kind of a snarl. That's interesting. We got all the lights off and each grabbed a dog and huddled by the front window, looking out the side of a curtain. The car was still there, the door was still open. We could still see this shape sitting in the lead car across the bottom of the driveway. And the thing about this gate to the driveway, it doesn't lock. It's just a little wooden country gate with drop latch. We could easily come up to the house. We watched the light in the car at the bottom of the hill from the window for maybe 2 hours. We kept wondering where the cops were, but they pulled the other guy over when it was clearly this guy who was a psycho, and how long he would sit there across from the house until that light simply shut off. We think neither of us was 100% sure, but we kept going over it and neither of us saw or heard the drive away. Looking one though, and we convinced ourselves we must have missed it driving away and it was just a reckless drunk driver who eventually hit it home. I'm scared, you guys. I'm in headphones. I'm going to put one of my ears out of my headphones. We were both exhausted, and so we decided to just get the dogs and pile into the bed and upstairs bedroom. By the way, we were too freaked out to sleep on the ground floor, and tried to watch a dumb movie to calm our nerves. The bedroom was in the front of the house, and every once in a while I would see something out of the corner of my eyes, thought though the upstairs window, and think it was the light in the car coming on again. But when I actually turned to look, there would not be anything, so I'm proud to say we were eventually fell asleep to Mighty Ducks 3. Whoa, I don't know what this is. We both wake up at the same time a few hours later. It was maybe 4 a.m. and every light in the room was on, and judging from how late the yard was on the window, every light in the entire house was on. We had turned every light off before we went to sleep because we were terrified of someone staying in. Oh my god. And there was a sound that at first that I thought might be an alarm system, but once I fully woke up I realized it was an owl. And it was coming from everywhere. It sounded like it was coming from the walls and the floor and the ceiling and the bed all at once. The tiny dogs were barking so hard they actually sounded kind of vicious. I just thought, he's here. We had gone to sleep with the only weapons we could find in the house stuck under the pillows. My partner had a dull kitchen knife and I had a hammer. We grabbed them and started to get out of the bed, and then the light started to move. First the 2 ceilings light bulbs and the 2 lamps started passing it around our room. What? And it went in a circle for about 2 rounds, and then the noise stopped. And the room went completely black. We could see the light in the hallway getting brighter under the door frame. My dogs got confused and stopped barking and slunk away from that door and went under the bed. Oh, it's so scary. I'm alone in the room again. It's 12 a.m. again. I'm not learning on my mistakes. It was me, by the way. This is not a story. Well, then the hallway light went out and I could see through the window the reflections on the grass beside of other lights in the house flashing out on and off. The porch light, the room next to and under us, and then all the lights got off altogether. This is a house where porch light is always on with an emergency flue flies with a generator. This house can go off grid if it need be. This house has a full backup system, but there was nothing on. It was pitch black. Eventually amid what the freak and tears embarrassing about who was going to check the house or flip the breaker switch in the basement. We came close to deciding us both and finally agreed it was neither. We fell asleep again. I just blurped. The next morning, when we woke up, everything was fine. The light works. The dog seemed untraumatized. We were shaky as hell, but the sun was out, and it seems like maybe we'd just had some great spiritual misunderstanding the night before. We wondered if it was a collective hysteria from always being in a wreck and being stressed from being in a city, and we felt dumb about our kitchen weapons. It was when we went into town to get coffee and groceries that we heard some people talking about the wreck. The night before, the guy in the Mustang had tried to pass the guy in a truck about 100 yards back down the road, where we saw the truck guy pulled over. The Mustang guy has gotten too close to the edge and drove off the mountain and died. Were there two Mustangs? Or was it a similar looking car? Did we imagine it? We had another week and a half in that house and we slept with all the lights on, with hammer and a dump knife, and both dogs every single night. I still haven't told my friend. He's back in this house and loves it, and if someone told me that shit, I will move immediately. That is scary. That is scary. I think one of my biggest fears I ever had is staying alone. And especially after I read some scary stories. Staying alone, I mean, like, in a whole house. With lights turned off everywhere. Me just being in one room with door closed. It might just get open. I'm so scared right now, and I was always so scared of me being alone. I was always so scared, you guys. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. You guys, we are finally done. I was watching Corey's content. He's playing this scary game, whatever. I need to check. Wait. It called This Maniac Wants My Skin. Oh my god, it is scary. As you can see, I got some scary vibes. And it's night and it's dark and it's like 12 a.m. And I'm like sitting here and watching my door. If it's like going to open, I'm going to scream. Our little house, it's not very little. If you wonder why did I put this glass roof here, it is supposed to be a web, just like here, but it has no white color in the glass, so I don't know what to do. I just painted it black. So we are going to wait till night to see the all beauty of our building. Yo, look, oh my god. I'm alone on this server, oh my god. Okay, you guys, it's time to show the house. I am bored, I am tired, as you can see, even in Roblox. I already like having some issues with the house, but I don't give up anything, I just want to show you. So, look, I'm alone here. I'm going to show you this house we built, and look at the sky, it's orange, it's night, and it's becoming more scarier. So, this Halloween house contains 2017 vibes, as I told you guys, and I think in the process of building I realized that I'm also very bad at roofs, and I realized that this is giving Five Nights at Freddy's so much. I don't know why, maybe because of purple and green colors, but okay, let's open the door. Ooh, we're already having some glitches in here. This is the entrance. I didn't put much into it because I was like, I'm like detailing in it taking so long. It's been 2 hours already. Yeah, there is some pictures. This is a door in garage, which is also scary. I don't know why. This is the bathroom. It is a little small, but okay. We open this content, it'll be more space in it. It is too really not detailed, but it is giving scary vibes with those old walls and this broken floor. Oh my god. Let's keep the door open to feel scary, to shit our pants. So this is the main room. I hate this thing. This is the main room. This is dining room. This is kitchen. This is also living room. You can watch your old TV here. Some pictures. This is looking weird and scary. So the kitchen is green. It was like walls are purple and the kitchen is green, like cabinets and whatever. Yeah, I decided to take green as an usual color, and green is something like it's like giving like those cartoons, those games where you're having like it's not only it's anything is not gray, it's like having more colors in it, but it is also looking like scary, like it is also looking like little concerning. So yeah, I also got a microwave in it, so we can microwave some human bodies in it. Oh, who said that? Oh my god, who said that? Probably not her. This is little dining table. Well, not little, it's big. It don't fit this little room. Change picture. Let's change this picture and play something scary like this. It's not scary. It is like this is scary. Okay. Okay. So, and the final room in this little teeny tiny eeny miny moo house is bedroom, which is only one for one person. It is also not detailed. I was so tired. What is in this chest? Nothing. I thought there is a skull lying in here. I'm alone, I'm so scared. Imagine someone's knocking on this window. I placed the bed especially in front of the window so someone can look, watch us sleep. That'll be more scary. Oh my god, look! I had a dreamy face, whoa. A little table without a laptop, single book. Y'all, I'm so tired, guys. But yeah, this is also giving, this little boy that was bit in Bite of 87 room with gray wallpapers. I don't know why, but it's giving so. And window without curtains. I forgot about curtains. Okay, y'all. I don't care. So, this is our little scary building for today. I think I'm good at building, but I just needed more time. But I'm just so tired and I need to go to sleep because I need to wake up early tomorrow. So, Jenny Yu was reporting. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. It was a long video for me for sure. We have 25 V-Bucks, what? V-Bucks, oh my god, I overplay Fortnite. We have 25 Bloxburg. This is... I stink, oh my god, that's embarrassing, okay. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you, see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye.